Hello everyone, this is James from Redcage. Today we're going to take a look at the Sculpt command, and I'm going to go and create a mug using only surfaces. So to start with, we're going to go and create the side of the mug, and to do that I'm going to do it with a revolved surface. So I'm just going to go and create the geometry that I need to go and make this into a revolved surface. So I'm just going to go and get this centered here, put in the size of the mug that I want. I'm going to put in an arc, which is going to be the actual side of our mug. And once I get that in there, we'll constrain it down with some horizontal alignments and vertical alignments there. So I've got that going. I'll just do a vertical alignment there. And then we'll get the size of the mug by choosing the center line and then the end edge there, and I'm just going to put in that diameter, and we're good to go. So now I'm going to start the revolve command. We're going to revolve it just as a surface. So I'm going to pick my profile and my axes, and there we go. We have our side of our mug. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to patch the top and bottom. So I'm going to patch the top first, then the bottom, and this way we've got a fully closed object. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the handles. So for this one, I'm just going to go to another work plane here. I'm going to draw on a couple of arcs. I'm going to project in some geometry here. Change that over to construction. I'm going to anchor these down. So I'm just going to anchor down a couple of points here. And then we'll make sure that these two are lined up and constrained down. I'll put the sizes on them. There we go. And now I'm going to extrude those surfaces. Okay, so I'm going to extrude the top one first, and I'll accept that. And now I'm going to have to go and expose the sketch here, turn the visibility back on so I can extrude the bottom one as well. And I'm going to go mid-plane on that one so we can do that. Now that I'm done with the sketch there, I'm just going to turn the visibility back off. And something I want you to notice, and I did this on purpose, was I did not have the actual line go through the barrel mug there, so you'll actually notice that there's a little bit of a gap here. So to close that gap, what we're going to do is we're going to use something else called a ruled surface. Okay, so this command allows us to kind of extend surfaces. So I'm just going to make a couple of selections here, and then I'm just going to pick the edges that I want to go and have extruded in further so that I know for sure that it's going to be a fully closed surface. And that's a key thing for doing sculpts. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do the profile of the handle here. So I'm just going to go and draw a couple of arcs. And I'm going to have to go back and just make sure I attach this one here. So hold on a second. There we go. I ended up missing this as I did that. I'm going to go and make sure that I make this tangent. I'll line them up nicely here with a couple of constraints just to make sure this thing doesn't go too far out of alignment there. I'm going to put on some sizes here just so that it's working. And then just going to make sure this is going to stay in the center for both of these. Pick this one and divide that by 2. There we go. Put on some dimensions here to go and have it stretch out. There we go. We'll say here this is going to be 1.5. And then we'll put on some other sizes. So this will be 4 inches. That'll be 4 inches as well. And then this one here we'll make 0.3. And there we go. I'll finish the sketch. We're going to extrude that one. Same idea. I'm going to make it go midway and go from top to bottom, so 4.5 for that the height that I did from before. And we are going to have a slight issue here with the handle, so to make sure that our hand can actually fit inside of there, I have to go and do a trim. So I'm going to pick that inner or the lower arc there for the handle, and then I'm going to go and trim away the excess material that I don't need so that we have something like this. Okay. Alright, so now this is ready for us to do the sculpt command. And all we're going to do with the sculpt is simply pick the surfaces that we need. And by picking those surfaces, it's going to go and allow us to create our mug. Okay, it's going to be a little rough at first, so you can see it's a little bit rough here. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean it up by using a couple of things for, in this case for fillets, to make it nice and cleaned up there. So we'll do the first set of fillets here, and then I'm going to do another set right there. And it's not a mug without having the center there, so what we're going to do is we're going to shell it out. But to shell it out, I'm going to just simply do a surface split. So to do that, I'm going to go inside of here. I'm going to go and expand this, or turn on the visibility of this revolution I did from before for the initial side there. I'll run the split command. I'm going to go and change this to split solid. Choose that, and there we go. I can turn the visibility of that back off now that I've done that. Simply pick the shell command, and there we go. There's our mug. Again, I'm just going to do a little bit to clean it up here, and then that's it for the video. Okay, so go like that, and there we go. Look at that, nice mug.